Okay, I'm just gonna be really honest with you about what men don't understand about female selection. What being high value, what it actually gets you, and what it doesn't get you. And listen, no matter where you are, whether you consider yourself a high value man or a low value man, I'm gonna get you there. I'm gonna get you to the point where she desires you. No matter what you think your status is in this world, when you do this exact thing that I'm going to teach you, this is what secures a woman. And listen, chances are you've been listening to a lot of bullshit on the internet that is creating tons of confusion for you, keeping you alone, keeping you frustrated. And trust me, I want to remove all the garbage that you've been hearing, and I want to bring you to the truth of matters. The reality is that when you're a high value man through social status, let's just talk about in society, you have a lot of money, you're the alpha kind of guy, you can take her on trips, you carry yourself well, you respect yourself, you're running life, and she feels really secure with you. That's what most people consider as a high value man. Low value man is what? Guy who doesn't really care for himself. But what most people, let's just be really honest, what most people consider as a low value man is you're not making a lot of money. You can't take her onto dates. You can't take her on trips. And most guys allow their social status in this world, meaning income, to determine who they are. But there are a group of men who say, that's all bullshit, and I'm going to live life on my own terms. And that's the kind of man that I'm talking to right now. If you're one of those guys and you're like, no, screw all this noise. I'm going to live life on my own terms. And I deserve to have freaking love, Arica. I deserve to have a woman in my life. If that's your mentality, trust me, this video is for you, because I'm going to clear out all the freaking noise and just get real with this. So the thing about high value men is when they have put themselves in the position to be of high value, they don't always necessarily know how to prioritize one thing about a woman. And whether you're high value or low value, which in my opinion, I think that if you're bettering yourself, you are a high value man. I think that you put yourself on that caliber. That's my opinion. I hope you have the same opinion. But the reality is, when you're high value and you're working on yourself and you're very focused on yourself, here's the one thing that you don't get and you miss, and that is a woman's heart. And I think that that's a big problem that we're all having right now, whether it's high value or low value. Those of us who are working so hard on ourselves, what we miss is that there's another person. We almost become narcissistic in our pursuit of self-betterment, that we sometimes forget how to care for the other person. Whether you consider yourself a high status man, low status man, the one thing that if you can understand this, how to nurture a woman's heart, if you can do this, a woman will never leave you. Now, I talk a lot about this in my Mastering Intimacy, about how to really take a woman on that intimate love journey where her pussy feels loved by you, her body feels surrendered to you. Why? Because you're prioritizing her in that pursuit of mastering intimacy. You can get it in my comment section. You can get it in my description. But when you know how to play that balance of still valuing yourself, but nurturing a woman, seducing her, making her feel like a priority, making her heart feel seen, this changes the game. Even with married men, I feel like they start losing that pursuit of, you might be a married man watching this, or you might be a high value older guy watching this and go, I am high value, but it's been a long time since I've had to care for someone, or I've gotten so consumed with my career, or I've gotten so consumed with bettering myself that I forget that all of this is because I'm doing this for the love of a woman, because I want my woman to feel loved. And one of the most beautiful ways that you can make us feel loved is just through something simple like consistent touch. When you're touching us consistently, what that does is it calms our nervous system. I know this may be stupid, but I know this is a plant and it's an artificial plant. But let's think about a plant. If I never give this plant any sun, if I never give it any water, let's pretend it's real. If it never gets any of those things, what's going to happen? It's going to turn brown. It's going to eventually die. That's what happens to a woman's heart when she's not being nurtured. And when you're touching her consistently, what you're teaching her nervous system is that she's safe with you, that she is loved by you, that she is prioritized with you. I give a whole description about that in my Sensual Touch, the art of sensual touch, because really that is the thing. Most women, whether they're in relationships, they're married, even if they're just dating someone, most women are not feeling cared for anymore. And that's why they're becoming so hard. It's why they're becoming so independent. That's why because they're becoming so rough in their conversation and even avoidant and pushing men away, is because they don't feel cared for by men. And when you're touching on her consistently, just like that plant, you're giving her that water, you're giving her that sunshine, and it's free. It doesn't cost you anything to touch a woman sensually, to let her know that she's loved by you. So if this resonates with you, right, touch her. Because sometimes it's just that simple of touching a woman, to speaking to her heart, speaking to her subconscious that you do love her. And when that is the case, a woman is going to choose you every time. You cannot walk away from a man. You cannot walk away from a man who loves you well. And that's not just buying her shit. It's how you make her feel inside. That is the most important thing ever, is making her feel loved and seen by you. So here's a whole playlist of videos to support you. Make sure that you subscribe and listen. I'll be back with my next video. I love you so much. You've got this.